and it made me sick. Hey guys, oh, that's so weird how that stuff dried right there. Holy moly, it has been a day. Girl, it is already 2:30. This day is flying right now, so far. But then again, I may have just cursed it. You guys, my hair, look at these. Sarah was giggling about my hair because, well, not, but Sarah's feeling absolutely miserable today. Like, miserable. Hold on, guys, I got somebody. Give me a second. Hi there. What are we looking to get today? Battery? Right here. The cheapest one we have does not come with a charger, so as long as you have one of those, like, twist-in charger. Alright, so we have silver and black. Huh? No, this one has to be the screw-in. It doesn't have the USB. It has to be, like, one of these guys. Okay. So, did you want black or silver? Oh. Come on. You guys, so Sarah's feeling like absolute garbage today. She woke up just kind of in a yuck funk kind of feeling, which, hey, we've all been there. Hold on, I want to try to figure out something to set this on. Give me a second. I'm trying to find something I can. I know some people come in here, I don't think they ever think of like how they'll be perceived scent-wise, and they just come in here and they just don't smell all that great. Hey, that worked out way better than I was expecting. First of all, let me just say, I ordered Sarah Humbertos, and I ordered Lynn's Little China. Sushi was fantastic. And I ate my sushi, and I was like, I'm so happy because I get to spoil myself once every 2 weeks and get myself sushi. And I was so excited and happy, and then somebody walked in here, and I don't know if any of you guys have ever been around somebody who smells very unclean, but you could smell that she was very unclean, but with a mixture of animal feces, so like several different animals, and she kept getting really, really close to me, and it made my stomach turn. And it makes me sad when people are like that, because I'm just like, is there nobody around them family-wise or friend-wise to tell them, like, hey, this is how you're being perceived? She drives a super nice car. So I'm like, she's got this nice car, but it's just like wrecked inside. The outside of it's like all clean and pretty. It's like one of those Scions or something like that. But anyway, it just, yeah, sent me for a little bit of loops. Now my stomach hurts really bad because I'd eaten all that sushi and stuff, and then that smell sent my stomach for a bit of a twist. But Sarah's been feeling really, really crappy all day long. She got up this morning feeling, well, one, we were freezing our tuchuses off. What in the world was that about? Because y'all, not even kidding, yesterday's temperature was 87 degrees. Hi, Sammy. And then last night, or she's, oh, hi, Kristen. We wake up, okay, not last night, but we wake up, and I looked at the app to find out what the temperature low was for the night, and it was 42 degrees. What? I was like, what? Because the night before that, we had to have the AC on, or not the AC, but the fan on, just to move air through there because it got so stagnant. And then last night it got cold. I mean, we both woke up. Thank goodness I had gotten me that quilt, because had I not gotten that quilt, I would have woke up like chatterjaw, because I would have been like literally vibrating through coldness. We both, like, hurried so fast to get dressed this morning, to get like thicker, heavier clothes on. I mean, I even went so far as to put a sweater on because I was so cold. I mean, I was jitter-jawing it for a while. So yeah, not exactly the way we wanted to get up this morning. So between shivering because we were so frigging cold, and then her being like in so much pelvic pain, and we did have a discussion. We've been talking about it since her appointment, because her appointment was on, what day was your appointment on? Monday. So since Monday, we have been discussing what the doctor said for us to go home and really sit down and discuss and really talk about like what the plan is, right? Because the biggest plan for Sarah's delivery is as pain-free as possible, to take as much stress off as possible, because the goal is to keep her seizure-free during delivery. So a seizure-free delivery is the goal. So he says that, of course, he's going to talk to us more. I'm okay. I just feel really sick to my stomach now. But I think it's just because I got nailed with that smell. Just, yeah, I can't, unless you have smelled it, or you've been around someone who smells like it, or a home that smells like it, then you have no clue what I'm talking about. But if you know, you know. Hold on, guys. My freaking pant seam is right across my kneecap area. Ouch. Right. You want 70 back, not 40, right? So anyway, we talked with the doctor, and he said he'll talk with us again on Wednesday, because she has her appointment this coming Wednesday, about induction. He tries not to do induction unless mama is over 2 centimeters dilated already. However, with Sarah's case, he would make an exception at 38 weeks. So that would roughly put it, you know, if we decide to jump in and go for it, we're going to ask for April 10th. That's 16 days before his due date. But because I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays off, we're hoping that if he can induce her on the 10th, that will mean she hopefully will deliver on the 10th, maybe 10th or 11th, but it'll allow me to be there with her through her recovery, to give her as much assistance and as much help as possible. So we've been discussing it for like the past 4 days now. Put my waiter coat back on. Yeah, it's so cold in here. Are you hot, baby? Or are you just in pain?
My body is doing
Just, yeah, it's in its own world.
and it doesn't even know it's something.
But, yeah, winter, right? I know. But she has an appointment Wednesday. He's going to actually check her, see if she's progressing. If she's already progressively, like, showing that, oh, she's dilating, then he'll go ahead and set her up for an induction. Which we think already that she's possibly already headed that direction with how much discomfort she's having there, and how many, she's been having loads of Braxton Hicks contractions. Nothing steady, just like she's having at least 20 of those things in a 24-hour period. So nothing consistent. So like 1 or 2, like she'll have like one hour, and then she'll have like 2 in the next hour, and then maybe 1 again, and then she'll go like 3 hours without one. Oh, Kristen, I'm sorry it's the last day of your day program. But anywho, so both, like, she's feeling like absolute garbage today. I feel like absolute yuck. I was totally fine, and I was like hanging in there like for her, and then that lady came in here. And I'm not speaking ill of the lady herself. I'm just saying that she looked like she was trying, like she had her hair brushed and her clothes looked clean. They just did not smell clean. There's a difference, like, I don't think people realize this. Like, if your home is extremely filthy and there's a nasty scent in it, and you wash your laundry in a machine in that same home, your clothes may appear clean, right? Like, look like they've been laundered, but the smell is permeated through everything, in your skin, in your clothes, everything. We know a human that is like that. And it doesn't matter how many times they shower, within an hour or 2 of their shower, they smell exactly the same way as their home smells. Like, really bad. And that's just from constant exposure in that same environment over and over again, and the uncleanliness of the environment. Yeah. And then on top of that, you guys, here's the kicker. Let me tell you how else Sarah's day's gone. So, so we're like, okay, we're going to stop and we're going to grab something to drink. So we stop at the store, we get the gas, and we grab Sarah a strawberry milk drink. She gets in the car, she pops it open, peels the foil tab off, takes a big chug of it, immediately pulls it away from her mouth, and she just stares at it, she smells it, hands it to me. It's spoiled. It's spoiled strawberry milk. The guy literally was just stocking it off the truck and handed her one just from the fresh batch. That wasn't supposed to be, like, it's supposed to be good till April 15th. Hands her this fresh bottle out of the truck to Sarah. Like, he just wheeled this in. It's from the truck. And it was already spoiled. So something happened. It wasn't the truck driver's fault. It's not the store's fault. Something happened when it was in processing. So maybe either the seal didn't seal correctly. You have nothing. I have nothing to get to. You get to sleep in. Nice. But then, so I was like, all right. She goes, Mom, will you just pull in through Taco Bell? I just want a Crunchwrap Supreme and a Mountain Dew Baja Blast. And I was like, all right. So we pull through there. The lady hands us the food. And because we're at this point late, we come rushing over here and we realize she didn't give us our drinks. I was like, you got to be kidding. So now Sarah doesn't have a drink at that point. So I was like, oh my God. So then I'm like, well, we've got stuff here at the shop. So I give her one of the sodas that I bought last week here at the shop. And she takes like 2 drinks of it, and it just causes her to have what we would call a caffeine crash. Sarah doesn't do good with caffeine. Not very good at all. And Mountain Dew is, if you all know, Mountain Dew is pretty high in caffeine content. So she literally only had just a couple drinks of that. And it just caffeine crashed her. So now she just feels very bleh. And I was like, man, do I know how that feels? See, now I don't have caffeine crashes because of the fact that I'm like, caffeine gives me that pick-me-up that I need. Whereas other people that may have some ADD or some other hyper anxiety disorders, caffeine does the opposite to them. It kind of mellows them down. It kind of pulls them, which is why a lot of people that have ADHD and whatnot are given Adderall, because Adderall is a stimulant, which has the like opposite effect on people with those conditions. Oh my God, look at these curls are insane. What is happening here? Now, if I could get the rest of it to really curl like that, like these are, look at these, you guys. This is just straight out of the shower. I just kind of took the comb through my hair, then just shook my hair out, and then just let it dry. By the way, bubble tea. This is a matcha bubble tea. And I've yet to find a good matcha. And this is even better than that matcha that I get in the bag that I make. Oh, hi, Joseph. Too late for a nap and too early to go to sleep, right? This has tapioca balls in it. And it doesn't taste, I know, it doesn't taste like the ones that I have at the house. The black boba pearls I have at the house are tapioca. Howdy, y'all. But the tea in this is so good. He's doing good. He's crashed out behind Sarah over there. I should say he's doing good for as old as he is. I've noticed, like, the last couple of days, Sarah and I both noticed this last couple of days. He heavy pants constantly now. Even when he's sleeping, he's heavy panting. He also, like, we ran him the other day. What was that? Monday after your appointment? We had Taylor down, and Taylor stood across we're out at our place that we live, and we're in an enclosed property. So we had Taylor on one end and us on the other, and let Tonks just run it out. Like, he loves that crap. Like, that dog loves it. It's good for his, like, to keep that muscle build up. because he is getting much weaker in his hind end. And then he biffed it. And biffed it hard. And Taylor was like, oh my God, Mom. And I was like, I told you, you know. But Tonks acted like nothing happened. He bounced back up and he was like, yeah, let's do it again. But I try to keep him as active as possible. So doing stuff like that with him, I think, helps out. But we also noticed that he whines a lot in his sleep now. Like, not in his sleep, but when he's laying down. It's like he's super, like, you can tell he's sore. And I'm guessing it has a lot to do with the fact that he, one, has deteriorating muscles in his back end. Two, he's got arthritis. And three, yeah, he definitely turned into a total chihuahua yesterday. He needed to go to the bathroom is what happened. Does he? Oh, yeah, he talks all the time. I love when he does, especially when I'm making his food in the morning. Which is the best.
That's because we were all sleeping.
He needed to go to the bathroom. And he was like, I don't know how else to tell you guys because I gotta go. And he was sitting by the door of the RV. Like, he went to the door, which is usually his sign that he's gotta go. But because I was asleep and Sarah had dozed off, he decided he went into squeal mode and he was shaking all over. Like, I can't hold it anymore. Someone come and get me. And I rushed down off of my bunk, opened the door, and he barely made it outside. Like, barely made it. He went straight out. Like, he got into the little gated area and squatted, like, instantly. And I was like, I am so sorry, buddy. I am so sorry. So, yeah. I was like, I'm sorry, old man. He's over there next to Sarah going, and Sarah's like, seriously? And his breath is really rank, you guys. Like, he's old for one. And we do give him greenies for his teeth. It doesn't help. Because, one, they don't make greenies big enough for Tonks' size. So you give him a greenie, and it's the bigger greenies. They're like this big, right? So they're like that big around, whatnot. He chews through that thing in seconds. Like, seconds. He's like, chomp, 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 chomp. And I'm like, okay, the point of a greenie is that they're supposed to, like, gnaw on it, right? They're supposed to work on it so that it actually scrubs away at the teeth. Yeah, no, Tonks finishes it in, like, 3 chomps. And then it's gone. And I should have brought one of his freaking pig's ears with me. The big fat ones that I got. I got these massive ones. Those can't possibly just be pig's ear. I think they got it, like, it says pig's ear on them, but I ain't never seen a pig with ears that big. But then again, it could be one of those big sows. But anyway, he loves those because then he really does get to working on his teeth with those. And so he'll sit there and just nom on one of those things. They're his favorite. Oh yeah, and I also ordered like this milk tea, but this does not look like any milk tea I have ever seen. Anybody ever seen orange milk tea? Like, this stuff is orange. Like, I've never seen orange colored milk tea. This is funny because this is as big as it is, but. I can't pinpoint what's different about it. Like, it's really good, but there's something added to it. But I don't know what. Hold on, be right back, guys. Well, hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you today?
I am pretty good.
All right. What are we looking to get today?
You're looking for some
Tonks.
butane, you got butane, and some
The only butane we have right now is our $10 butane.
Okay, good.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. Do you want the $10 honeydew or the $10
Oh my
special?
God, Tonks.
Oh, I don't.
Well, here, this is picked, because we have the 10th, we have the 9X, right? Then the honeydew, which has like that honey flavor versus butane flavor. And then you've got the jumbo 7X for the same price.
Really?
Yeah,
Let's go jumbo.
might as well, right?
Yeah, that makes it a little more sense.
Yeah. All right. It's just sage. You just put that in the whole thing and light it up.
I like it.
Oh, that is, yeah. Palo Santo.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So they're the low and they're not mixed salts.
Okay, I am a beginner and I have no idea what the heck I just meant.
Okay, when you smoke a cigarette, it's
Yeah.
5% nicotine.
Okay.
What we sell is 0% no nicotine, just
Right.
liquid, and then the other one is only 3% nicotine.
So someone
But-
who actually needs to stop smoking is trying it for that reason?
No.
No.
Because when you go into the oils,
Yeah.
when you go into the pins,
Yeah.
because you don't feel like you're smoking a cigarette, you continue smoking.
Oh, yeah. Not like that, but yeah, I can
Right.
see where that. 'Cause
And
I'm not
it
getting
becomes a
nicotine.
worse habit than a cigarette habit.
Right.
Just a FYI. Most people that end up going to vaping, they don't just taper off of it, they actually they start buying higher nicotine.
Right. Well, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That is horrible.
But we only sell the big bottles of it, and they're $25. If you don't like the flavor after you
Oh,
purchase
then
it, you're
sure.
stuck with this massive bottle of juice.
Okay, that's why it's $25 because it's not
It's
those little things.
Right, it's a big bottle of juice.
Let's see, how much are you doing?
Right? All of our prices are listed in the front, so like, all of our Marlboros are one price across the board versus
Okay.
like other places where Marlboro Reds are one price, but if you get like specials, like stuff higher.
Right, right.
Ours are just all one price across the board. Camels, all one price across the board. We have Burley's, like our $5 cigarettes are Burley's, Seneca, Crowns, Decade, and Edgewood.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's.
Alright, nothing else for you today?
So far, so good.
I don't know why, but I'm starting to grow quite fond of this stuff. I usually hate non-chocolate.
You
But
ready?
recently, like, I don't know what it is, but I'm like, I kinda like the smell of that. It's growing on me.
Yes, it's growing you down.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, though. When
It
I
can be
first
really
smelled it, I
overwhelming.
didn't like it either, exactly, because it was too strong.
Yeah, 19, okay, listen to this, I got change right here.
Okay, I'll take it out.
There you go.
You know there was a pet shop right next to you guys.
I love them. I always, cause
They
I have my
haven't been there for a long time, have they?
Oh, since I've been here, well, I've been at the shop here running this for 2 years, and they've been there since before that, we've owned this shop before, and they've been there.
Really?
Yeah.
I
They even have a big,
didn't
I even take him over there and give him baths and stuff.
Right?
Yeah, so like on my Sundays, when my other girl's here with me, I take him next door and shower him and wash him.
Where's him? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, he's
So-
my guard dog, like he protects me.
He is horrible.
He's almost 11 years old now.
Seriously?
Yeah, that used to never be white, he used to have no white on him.
Are you so handsome?
Miss him, he's a puppy nose. I know, you got so many bad tremors, but I'm sorry.
Aw, he looks good for being 11, you said?
Yeah, but he's all whited out now. Like, he used to have
He's
no
cute.
white, he used to be
He's
solid.
aging well.
Yes, he is, he's aging gracefully.
Look at those ears. He's adorable.
Yeah, he is, which is what's so deceiving about him.
Right? That's probably good. Doesn't he?
Oh, yeah,
Lulls you into a false sense of security.
it does, and he's also trained to be extremely quiet, so he doesn't bark. His breed is, they don't bark.
Really, what is he?
He's a Carolina dog.
He looks like a dingo kind of.
Yeah, that's what they are. Carolina dog is an American dingo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's way cool.
Yep.
Oh my God, enjoy your day.
You too. I love when everybody says, he looks just like a dingo. I love that. Every time somebody says that, they're like, he looks just like a dingo. Yes, he does. Because that's what he is. He's an American dingo. Have you guys ever seen milk tea look orange like that? Like, that's weird. But anyway, guys, we shall find out on Wednesday if he's going to go ahead and allow and book her for Sunday the 10th. But we don't know. Hey, Chris. Oh, yeah. Yeah, going back to a day program in person. But yeah, so we don't know exactly how they're going to balance that out. Like if he's going to say, well, how about we do it on a Monday? We feel like crap today. Or if he's going to allow her to go ahead and pick Sunday. Or is he going to make her wait the extra 2 days to be exactly 38 weeks? he's going to discuss it with us again on Wednesday, because he's like, I want you guys to go home and discuss it. I want I want to make sure you guys have talked it through and know what exactly you guys are doing. You have amazing news, Detail. Sarah is dozing off right now. I want her to rest. She is been in a lot of discomfort, you guys, in the last couple of days. And this coming week, doctor's going to actually physically check to see if there's any dilation happening. We have a feeling there is. Baby is definitely much larger than doctor expected him to be. He is by like over a pound and a half bigger than most babies at this stage. We know exactly how far along Sarah is because she did this through artificial. So you know, like, what day insemination was. So from day of insemination to due date, like, we know right where she is. And ovulation can be like it's like a 3-day window. So within a 3-day, give or take, is her window of conception. So like we know right where she is when it comes to her pregnancy and what weeks she's supposed to be at. She is measuring, like, her uterus shape and size of baby is measuring larger than whatnot. And so, like Doc said, he's a big baby. She's not measuring larger as in like weeks ahead, measuring larger as in babies measuring larger than what was expected. So most babies at this stage are like 5.5 pounds roughly, and he's approaching like the 7-pound mark. So he's like, baby is big, like, and size wise, he's big. So of course she feels a lot of discomfort because baby is down in her pelvis. He's got lots of pressure in her nether region, and that's expected. And she's got like 4.5 weeks left. So can you all believe that? Like, where's the time gone? 4.5 weeks until baby's due date, and we could be seeing him in the next 2. Because today is the 20, what do we got? Today's the 24th. And that means there's only 7 days left of this month. And then, so within 17 days, we could be seeing him. My very dear friend survived pregnancy when she was younger. Wow, well, congratulations to her. Congratulations. I should just put this in the fridge. I don't know if that's going to stay if I do that. Probably not, but like, whatever. But yeah, I feel so sick to my stomach right now. Like, I cannot even explain it, you guys. My stomach is so mad at me right now. I'm trying to like get you guys to stay balanced. There we go. That should work. Nope, that did not work. Okay. So yeah, I am just like, I hate when a smell throws off my stomach. Like when it's just one of those days where you catch wind of something, it's not quite what you're expecting, and it just really, really upsets your innards. So she is resting. So she needs to rest. She is not feeling well, like, at all. And that could also be, one, she slept actually pretty decent last night, but I don't think she rested. Like, there's a difference. You can sleep and sleep through the night, but you could have a restless sleep. And I think that's what happened, is she was super restless. Rolling over a lot, reshifting, repositioning, trying to get like comfortable, stuff like that. And when that happens, it makes for a really long night. And boy, do I know what those kind of nights are like. It's so funny how this is like, it's this big, right? But it's only like EA top wise, but it's huge around. But there's something weird about the taste, and I can't pinpoint it. Like, I drink milk tea all the time. Like, it's one of my favorite drinks. And that has like the taste of milk tea, but then something else is in it and I can't place it. I can't figure out what it is. I was hoping they would have had boba for it, but she was like, no, our milk tea's just, you know, it's made and then we don't have boba to go in it. I'm like, why not? I said, do you have anything with boba? And she's like, we do have some bubble tea. We have matcha. And I was like, let me have one. Oh, that sucks, Chris. By the way, my lip is looking better. Hello there. How are you doing today? All right, what are we grabbing today? Let me see. Which one? Have you? What have you found you like so far? Have you tried the flues?
What's that?
They're the $30 ones, but there's 3,000 puffs on them, and the flavor on these guys never gets that burnt metallic flavor. So, I mean, they're, like I said, they are 3,000 puffs, but they're not on sale, like the other ones. So but I can tell you that they're my preference. These are the ones I use.
Last longer.
Well,
I go through them quick.
yeah, and if you're hitting them all the time, yeah, they go through fast. However, I don't know if you've noticed with any of the other ones that funny metallic taste that comes with them after so long.
Yeah, sometimes.
Like they get a really weird, like burnt metal taste with the flavor in it.
Uh-huh.
These never get that. So the one I've been using recently is this one. So you, oh, the smell of that just, oh my gosh.
Tobacco green?
Smell it though. It tastes like it smells.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't taste like
But
what
it
you would
doesn't,
think.
but it's not.
No,
It don't
it's
smell
just,
like tobacco. Right?
no, that's just, this is what it smells like, right there.
Alright, I'll take that.
Take that one? Yeah. This one, I'm like, this I think is become my favorite. Look, I'm not deleting that again and trying that again.
I like it, I'm back in the middle.
You bet.
Sure, I'll be done in like 2 days.
Well, the one I have has lasted me a week and a half now, but then again, I don't use it often.
Yeah, no, I gotta try not to, but that's what it is.
Yeah,
So
what I
it's
do
so
with
convenient.
me- right, what I
I feel
do
like I
with me
smoked
is-
this more than I did cigarettes.
Yeah, I don't even bring it to work with me.
Really?
Yeah, I leave it at home and then when I get ready for bed, I use it.
Yeah,
about
that's
10 or
what
12
it is.
times
It's just
and then I
convenient.
get
You just hit it anywhere, you know what I mean? I
Right.
might go outside and smoke a cigarette, just sit in my, sit in the house and smoke it.
right. It
Maybe
gets in.
that's why I'm smoking more.
That's exactly why. I hear ya. Take it easy on. Gotta love being a sales lady. Gotta convince him. I mean, if he's gonna smoke them, you might as well buy the one that has the best top reviews from all my other customers. So I just use like information all my other customers have given me. And so, and make it sound like it's coming from me. Because I don't smoke. So. I have one lady who buys these things that we were just talking about, that I was talking about this gentleman with. And there's a lady that buys them, and she only uses it at night after work. Like, she comes in here, she buys it, and I see her about every 2 weeks. And I asked her, I said, does it really last you 2 weeks? And she said, yeah, because I don't use it during the day. Hey, Amy. I'm doing okay. I have a really bad stomach ache. Sarah is sleeping right now, thank goodness, because this poor girl has just been through it this week. And today has just been a really rude day to her. Can I just say that? This day has been so rude to her. She just needs to sleep for a while. Just sleep and have a restart. Because, I was talking about it at the beginning of this, and when I was talking earlier, she just had one of those days where we both woke up freezing. Freezing. Go figure that once the weather was like 3 days in a row where it stayed in the mid 60s overnight, that we decided to go ahead and put the heaters in storage. We don't need him anymore. We didn't need him inside the RV, whatnot, whatever. And no sooner did we do that over the weekend, did we end up dropping to 46 degrees last night. And we woke up freezing. I'm waiting in for April 10th. I think that's the day my girlfriend gets her diagnosis to find out what the hell is going on with her back. Wow. Yeah. Well, we will hopefully be able to be at the hospital on April 10th. But we don't know. Like I said, we don't know, and we won't be announcing right away when the baby's here. Sarah wants to have that quiet downtime once he's here, and we will announce him and his arrival and kind of some information on him once Sarah is like up and going and when we're ready to do a live stream. Now, we'll still be updating like day-to-day stuff, whatnot, like I've been doing, dinners that I cook, stuff like that I always post on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you're missing out on some really cool photographs of the dinners I cook, and sometimes live stream those dinners. But yeah, so anywho, but we don't know yet. Like I said, the doctor wants to discuss it further. He could make her wait if she's not dilating. If she's already dilated, he could be coming next week. Versus, I mean, he could end up being a March baby instead of an April baby. We don't know yet. So we will find out on the 30th what the doctor wants to do. He wants us to discuss what we would like, and that's what Sarah would like, is if possible to be induced on the 10th. If it's not possible, or if the doctor feels like, hey, no, you're way ahead of the game, we can get you going, like, now, she could just be going in and having that baby next week, for all we know. We don't know yet. She will be 36 weeks. Now, Sarah was delivered. I delivered her at 34 weeks, 2 days. Oh, I know, Chris, right? So right now she's been in I think like the biggest thing for her is the amount of pain she's been in. And the doctor wants to try to eliminate as much pain for her as possible. And right now she's been, every time we go anywhere, do anything now, she's wearing this big belly brace. Because baby is way heavier than expected. And so not just because Sarah's on the larger side as a young lady, but she's also carrying quite a large baby for the stage of pregnancy she's at. So she's been wearing this belly band. She's also been checked already. She has no gestational diabetes. Everything looks great. Doctor said he's just absolutely stunned at her weight progression and her blood pressure. Everything is fantastic. Like, her numbers are amazing. Even for somebody who is skinny, she's got numbers that beat out people like that. So he is very, very impressed with her. Oh my God, he is so already a chunk. Like, if you guys were able to see what we saw when we went to his 30-week appointment, like when he was 30 weeks along, this baby has cheeks for days. Okay, cheeks. And it was funny too to read the baby app, and it says babies' cheeks are now developing the muscle and fat. And we were like, yeah, he ahead of the game there. Because the lady who was doing the ultrasound, all she kept repeating over and over again was, oh my gosh, his cheeks. Look at these cheeks. Like, he has chunky cheeks already. And we got some of the best pictures of him at 30 weeks. And he is just very chunky boy. And we were like, wow. And even the tech that was doing it, she was like, he's a big boy. And we were like, Sarah's like, I just kind of think he's going to be small. Like, she's like, maybe I'm just crazy, but I feel like I feel like he's super big. But in my heart, I just think he's going to be this tiny little baby. And then she went to her appointment on Monday, and the doctor was like, he grabbed her top of her belly, and then they grab like right at your pelvic bone, and they grabbed to feel for baby's head, and you could feel where like his head and his shoulders are. So the doctor grabbed down at her pelvic bone, and he is definitely head down. And then he follows up, and he goes up and finds baby's booty. And he grabs a hold of her, and he goes, you're just nothing but baby. And he's like holding on, and he goes, that's a big kid. And he's like, wow, okay, he's much bigger than I expected. And he did his heart check and all that kind of stuff, and checked on his heart and everything. And then he said, he's already over 6 pounds, like 6.5 pounds. And he goes, he's pushing 7. You're looking at a big baby. So you both need to sit down and talk together about induction and what we want, what we plan to do. Because we want to try to give her as pain-free of a birth as possible to, what's it called? Be preventative in her seizures. Also, this would allow us to know, hey, this is the day we're going in. This is what's going to happen, yada, yada, yada. And be like prepared versus being at home and going, is this labor? Is this not labor? Oh, this hurts a bit. I don't think it's labor. Maybe it is. Nappies won't last him long, right? So if he is born ahead of her due date, so if we do get to do the induction, we're looking at 7.5, maybe 8 pound baby. If she goes to term and Sarah just decides, you know what, I'm gonna let my body do it. We're looking at a 9 pound baby, 8.5, 9 pound baby. So yeah, because they gain about a 0.5 pound a week from here forward. And so from like 34 weeks on, they gain roughly a 0.5 pound a week. And he's already over that 6 pound mark, which means we're looking at him gaining at that point 3 more pounds of weight. So you're looking at almost 9 pounds a baby. But I mean, he could taper off. His growth could slow down. Sarah's weight has been absolutely stunning at this point because her starting weight and where she is now means she's only gained, from what we measured the other day, she's only gained 11 pounds the whole pregnancy, which is super great, especially for a young woman that's on the larger side. The doctor said, like, he was not expecting her to lose so much initially, which she did. She lost almost 20 pounds, just shy of hitting 20 pounds of weight loss right at the start when she got, like, because she was on medication. As you guys know, we talked to you guys about this. She was on progesterone to sustain the pregnancy. And that's the hormone that causes women to get morning sickness, by the way. So the progesterone is what gives us that sensation of just feeling absolutely like garbage. And so her having that, oh my, that's amazing. Yeah. Well, she's got all fluid too. She's got great fluid in there. And that's also another thing, is that making sure, so she's got baby, placenta, and her fluid. So everything looks fantastic. So right now you got about 6 pounds, almost 7 pounds of baby. Then you've got about 2 pounds worth of placenta. So that right there is about 9 pounds. And then you've got another 2 pounds of fluid. Doctor says usually roughly you have about 2 pounds of fluid in there. So that makes up for about 11 pounds of weight where she's at. She lost almost 20 pounds of weight at the start. And then it trickled back up like it was supposed to. And then it kind of went down, then went back up, then went down again and went back up. And so they go by your starting weight, by the way, of pregnancy. So they say from what you started pregnancy at to where you're at delivery is your weight gain. They don't count like if you dropped a bunch of weight and then gained above what you started at. They only count what you started weight at and what you finish at. And so from her starting weight to where she is now, she's only gained 11 pounds. And so that's fantastic. And that's kind of what doctors want to see in plus size ladies when they're in there. They want between 10 and 15 pounds versus 15 to 25 pounds. The normal pregnancy weight gain on someone of a normal BMI. But I don't, I think for Sarah, in all honesty, because of going through this pregnancy and going through all of these things that we did to get here, we're hoping that this kind of kick-started her in her body, like recognizing what it needs to do, and that once she delivers, that her body will still have kicked itself into gear, and that she'll be able to nurse and start putting her body back together, so to speak. Which I think will happen. I really do. I think she's gonna nail it. And then of course, because we're out and whatnot, Yeah, she's right here. She's literally right here next to me sleeping. So no, she's not at home. She won't be left unattended right now, guys. I would never leave her at the RV by herself right now. One, because she could go into labor at any time. Two, we don't know what going into labor is going to do to her. We don't know if that plummet of progesterone and whatnot, when the body changes over to trigger, labor, that whether or not that's going to trigger any seizures. So that's one of the doctors, like, he wants to really, really, like, be in control of that situation as much as we possibly can be, because you can't determine what's going to happen. I almost want to spit those out. They're very weird. Yeah, so she is sleeping. And as she should be right now, like I said, I told her, your body is literally, the baby just completely shifted in her stomach. He went from that side of her belly and rolled over to that side of her belly. Now her belly is crooked. He's completely to one side right now. So her belly is like, whoop, because he shifted her belly. He was on the other side. I just watched him roll. Oh yeah, we did. Took just over 2.5 hours, almost 3 total. That goes with like sanding it and everything. But we did get it done. Go watch the video. I show you guys the room. And we've got all of that stuff done. We still have to like order him we're probably going to order him either a pack and play style bassinet / baby crib type thing. Because we want it to be versatile. We want to be able to like bring it outside if we're going to go outside or whatever. So we're looking at different things. She doesn't want like a solid crib in there because she just said that she just doesn't want a solid crib in there. So we looked at mini cribs and stuff. We already have a mattress and all that, but the mattress can go inside the bottom of a pack and play. So yeah, hold on guys. Hi there.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How about you?
Good. What are we looking to get today?
I need to get some kratom for me.
Right on over here. We have your powders on this side of it, and then we've got your tablets or capsules on this side.
Okay.
We don't have any of the shots right now, like the little, the little liquid shots. We don't have any of those, but we do have the kratom with CBD.
Yeah, I just need to get some red Bali. Do you have red Bali?
No, we do not. I know we don't have red Bali. I just know we have. Where's it at? I have just like Bali. I don't know if it's red or whatever. It doesn't tell us that.
Okay. Do you have a smaller container?
That's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna see if I do. I know I sold the last of that one the other day. So these are all reserved, aren't they? Yes, these are all reserved. So that's I think it's even the very last bottle with Bali. I don't know. There's what? I got Nang Da there, Green Melee. Yep, I got 2 bottles of Bali left of 3. So
How much is it
for these big bottles, they're 125. 125.
They don't have any smaller ones?
Not at the moment. We do not. God, these are huge.
Yeah.
We have oh, that's powder. We don't want powder. We have the massive one of Bali at 175. Let's see here. I have this little tiny bottle with 15 capsules. And these are $15, so it's $1 a capsule.
Okay. Well, let's just do the
So-
small one.
All right, so I've got, you just want one for now?
Yep.
Okay. And we're on with that. $16.09. There you go. Thank you. You have a fantastic day.
You too.
Oh gosh. Hack and plays would definitely be best. Can use it for so many things. Yeah, you get ones with a changing table on top. Yeah, the thing is, we already have a changing table, which is actually being used because it has drawers and everything in it, which was supposed to be, like, the changing table that we have was supposed to be part of his mini crib combo. But the mini crib portion of it came in, it was just shattered. Big old chunks of the wood were broken and whatnot. It got delivered through, like, we bought it through Amazon and got the parts, but when we got it, it was broken. But the changing table was salvageable, so we ended up doing some fixing on the running tracks and stuff and replaced those so that it would work. None of the wood on the changing table portion was broken, so I was able to actually salvage that portion. We messaged, of course, Amazon. We got a refund on it. And when we asked them how are we supposed to send it back, because it came in a busted up box, and they were like, don't worry about sending it back. So I sent them photographs of all the busted pieces to verify and show them that there was chunks of the wood shattered and busted into just smithereens. So what's he doing? Oh gosh, you guys. Why does he have to come by here every day that I work? Yeah. Hold on. Hi there.
Need some juice.
Huh?
Need some juice.
All right, come on down. They're $25 a bottle.
$25.
Yep, and we only have 0 nicotine and 3% nicotine.
Marie, what's this here?
25.
You don't have that?
Nope. We don't. We just sell the 3%, the 3% and the 0. So if you want ones like this, there's a store right over here by Safeway. There's a vape store. Because we're a smoke shop, not a vape shop.
Yeah.
And then there's another one by Smith's. Get up straight
yeah,
up the
I know
street.
one's that too.
Yep, they're
3%,
gonna
what's the
have.
difference? Is it a big difference?
Yeah, you'll be
So-
sucking on this stuff trying to get the same hit that you get with that.
I don't want that.
Nope. So if you go to one of those two, you'll find all the different levels of nicotine that you want. Because otherwise, you won't get those here. That's just a focus tablet. Yeah, those ones like this
What?
isn't. This is for male enhancement. This is just for focus, and then we got female enhancement.
Focus enhancement, honey.
Like, yeah, it's enhancing honey.
Male habit.
Mm-hmm. No, we're all out right now. They got sold out super fast
I want to see that honey thing.
for the male enhancement honey.
Kratom. These are pretty different pills.
So you want to try
Look,
one?
they
of these?
got honey right there too.
What?
No.
Well, this one's not the honey. This one is that gummy, but it's not even gummy anymore. It's hard as a
Mm.
rock.
Well,
I've ordered it, but half the time it's like good luck getting anything that I put on the order for.
I gotta go all the way up to.
It's literally right across the
Okay,
street.
yeah, okay, right. up to Safeway,
Let's go
right,
straight
yeah.
up across the street.
Safeway.
Be right with you, sir. 1071.
You only sell 3%.
That's because that's all we have left. We don't even carry it because it took so long to sell what we did have.
Let me see what's good.
Which cigarettes? Which ones? Lights or the reds? Reds or lights? 538. There you go. Like I said, because we don't sell them because we're a smoke shop. So people always go to the vape stores to get vape juice. But we're a smoke store. We're not a vape shop. Yeah. Hi, hon, how are you today?
I am well. Where's your daughter?
She's over here sleeping.
Oh,
She's got
still,
Oh, yeah. Eight right here. Oh, you too. There you go. Yeah, we just had, oh, sir, sir. Oh my God, wait. Sir, you forgot your water jug. There you go. Hey, no problem. We just had her appointment on Monday.
yes.
Baby is much bigger than doctor was anticipating. So, as of right now, if she carries to term, he'll be roughly 9 pounds at birth. If he goes ahead and does induction, we can get her to where he's like 7.5, 8 pounds. So,
So was she dilated or anything?
he won't check that till next week, because he doesn't do that check until 36 weeks. She's only 35.
Gotcha.
So, he's like, he's much bigger than I was anticipating. He's like, this is a big baby. So,
Yeah, my son was 8 pounds, 8 ounces.
yeah.
My daughter was, no, he was 8 pounds, 11 ounces. She was 7 pounds, 7 ounces.
Nice. Yeah, this girl, she was 6 weeks early, sent her at 34 weeks, 2 days,
Right?
and she was 6'9", 21 and a half inches long.
Holy moly.
My son was exactly on time, literally right on his due date,
Right?
and he was 7'11" and 22 inches long.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like, guys, I'm 61 inches tall. My kids were both a third of my height.
yeah, both my kids are taller than me.
Oh, yeah, both my kids. My son is 6 foot, and Sarah is 5'6". I'm 5'6".
Okay. And then I need 2 packs of the American Spirit Cinnamon.
I'm
Thank
good
you.
to 10. All right, 23.8.
You don't know what you mean.
I do, right here around this corner. Is that your thingy over there, or a receipt, or is that somebody else's?
Oh, that's me. I am so sorry.
No, I was gonna ask, because I can
Just
just
set it all down.
Did you need a receipt?
No need.
It's just a bag. I hate that those are there. You just set those right on that box. I'm
You
gonna
sure?
take, yes, because I hate that they're there. They don't even belong there. My dad,
How'd you
there's
see
like,
them
put them
not
right
belong
here
there?
so people can see them. I'm like, Dad, they can go see them back there with the rest of them are here. But then
You
you
done
back
with
in.
this?
He comes back in and moves them again. I'm not that. Messing with my store. He's like, I'm just trying to make this structure. Here's that. Yeah, because he goes, set it up the way you like it, the way it works best for you. And he comes in and says, you need to move this over here. And I'm like, stop.
Exactly.
I was like, quit trying to micromanage and get out of here. I told him, go home. Get out of here. Hey, I own this. I said, yeah, but I manage it and run it, so get out of here.
Yeah.
And that's it, stuff.
That's good.
I can't wait till he's here, so we may be in. The doctor can check her next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, I should say. And if she's already dilated, then he will go ahead and schedule her for an induction as early as like 7, which is usually the weekend. If not, if she's not showing dilation, then he's gonna go. Because he's gonna try to jump ahead of the game so that she doesn't ever have to do full labor on her own, because she has epilepsy. And one of her biggest triggers is high stress. And so he's like, serious pain in her heart can cause her to stress.
Absolutely.
So he wants to keep ahead of that and get her on an epidural ASAP. Where she goes in, so if they can do induction, then they can set up the epidural
Hang in there.
You bet.
See you soon.
You betcha. I love our regulars. They all love Sarah. So at least they were able to use part of, yeah. How does Sarah not wake up with people coming in? My baby, she sleeps. Yeah, the last weeks are the worst. Felt so bad for my daughter late August. The final induced only took 4 hours. Baby was out. She didn't need much boosting yet. Yeah, exactly, right? Sherry? Yeah, exactly. That was what the doctor was saying is when he checks her next week, if she's already showing, like if she's already 2 to 3 centimeters dilated next week, he said then induction will not be an issue. He'll be able to really get her going. It's when someone comes in and they're completely closed up, they're not anywhere near like body being ripe and ready. He goes, if you come in next week and I check you and you're 2 centimeters dilated with baby at a 60%, like a, you know what I mean, like the 60%, you know, like position, effacement or whatnot, then if we're at that, then there's no problem jump starting an induction. He goes, it's when you come in and you are baby's at 0 station and you're completely closed and we're trying to force the body to do what it's supposed to do. That's when you run into problems and usually end up with a C-section because the body's just not ready and we're forcing it to try to get it up it's like trying to drive an RV hauling another RV up a mountainside. It's trying to get you up to the top to get you to start coming down that slope. If you're already here at the top and you're just starting to peek over the top of that slope, then you can get things moving. It's a matter of being at the top of the slope and not being at the bottom coming up. And so I was like, that's a good way to think about it. So it's going to be a matter of what does she look like on Wednesday? Doctor's going to check everything. If everything looks like, hey, her body's already pushing forward, then we'll be able to push it past that point. If not, like she said, even if she goes through the choice of induction and things just really don't progress and she ends up with a C-section, she said, I don't care if I end up with a C-section as long as the baby comes out and he's healthy, he's breathing, and he gets to go home with me. That's all that matters. So she's like, that's all that I care about is that he is A-okay and that he's able to cope with being outside my body. Otherwise, like, you know, and that's a big thing as a mama bear that, you know, and for me, my biggest concern is making sure that Sarah is okay in the end of it. And that the decisions that are being made are her decisions. And like I told her, I said, you have to be okay inside with the decision. It's not about what I think. It's not about what anybody else thinks other than you and your doctor. And so we sat and we talked about it. And I was like, you know, I want to be able to make sure I'm there to help her out and give her as much support during her recovery because it's going to be rough. And that's whether or not she does a vaginal birth or does a cesarean birth, it's going to be tough either way. Each recovery from that is completely different and they're both extensive. And, you know, with a vaginal birth, you're having to recover all your female parts down below. And it's not a lot of fun because you know, tear muscles and tissues get ripped apart and things like that. And you may end up with stitches there and whatnot and having to have that whole area heal on top of the fact of being able to try to go to the bathroom correctly and all that kind of stuff. It's excruciating. I told her, you know, so I'm not going to be one of those people that like sugarcoats delivery and stuff because this is all part of having a baby. It's not pretty. It's painful. It's scary. It can be stressful but you got to embrace it and go with it. And then you've got, if you have a C-section, you have a full-on operation. They literally open your body up and they cut through many, many tissues, muscle, all that. Your uterus is a muscle. Your abdominal wall is a muscle. You've got all these tissues and ligaments and all that stuff down there. All that has to heal and recover afterwards from surgery if you have a C-section. Then you got to try to walk again and like have your abdominal wall support you because your abdomen is your biggest support. Your abdominal wall determines whether or not you have a strong back and all that kind of stuff. It's what gives you all your balance and everything. And then to have to go to the bathroom and stuff, like, you use your abdominal muscles for a lot of things, and having them being cut apart and deliver a baby through there, yeah, it's a very different kind of recovery. So either one, baby, as long as baby's healthy in here. So we shall see how things go. So I guess you could say right now it's kind of a, we are waiting to Wednesday. Waiting to Wednesday, and when Wednesday gets here and he does her check and everything, we can finally see like where we go from there. We won't have any deciding factor until we know what Wednesday shows. Unless she decides to go into labor between now and Wednesday, you know what I mean? Like Tuesday she'll be 36 weeks, so full term. It used to be, I think, 30. I think it's actually 37 weeks now is considered full term, whereas 36 used to be the date. So let's do it. Let's see. 37. So at 37 weeks, your pregnancy is considered full term. The average baby will weigh between 3 to 4 kilograms by now. That's from the NHS. Well, of course they can. Yeah, that's not bad. Just over here reading some of these things. Okay, seriously thing. And they're not asking about when is baby coming out. They're asking like what are signs that labor is imminent. Ew. No, baby doesn't decide that. Yep. Which is like, when they say that, it's like, so what does it say for people that go way past that go past 42 weeks that need to be triggered? You're saying that baby's not ready? Like, come on. Aw. hell? Yeah, that's what I figured. So like they say, best to keep baby in until at least 39 weeks if your body is healthy and doing great. If your body, however, is not doing so good, like Sarah's is really, really suffering. She's in a lot of pain, which you have to weigh the pros and cons. Like, is the pain that she's in and the risk of seizure triggers the one you take, or do you say, well, baby is looking healthy and good and mom's body is what's, maybe we just put her on strict bed rest. But the cause of pain and stress is more likely to cause seizures. And if she has seizures, then we look at the fact that Sarah could have oxygen loss, issues with, all those muscles tightening up. What could that mean for the uterus? What would the uterus be doing during that time? Could she have a serious injury during that, and that could cause result to the injury of the baby? It's things that you have to weigh the pros and cons for. And like the doctor said, that's why we are now discussing induction, so that he can be in control of the situation. So his goal is that he not induce her till 38 weeks. So he wants her to get to 38 weeks and see where her body goes from there. But as of now, like he told her, lots of fluids and lots of rest. Try to be as minimal activity, like level, going in and out of places, walking around, doing that kind of stuff. So just lots and lots of rest. We went looking for like a nice cot the other day. They didn't have anything that was going to work for here in the shop. So that's not going to happen. But yeah. And then we were looking at, if you guys know anybody, like I really want like honest opinions. Anybody on here knows somebody that uses a Mamaroo? A 4Moms Mamaroo, right? Not the Rockaroo, which is like the rocking one, like the swing. We want the Mamaroo, which is the one that has the bouncing motion, I guess you could say. We want some feedback on those, because I don't know whether to trust like the Amazon reviews, because there's so many, like there's ones that you can clearly tell are reviews from people that were paid to review it. And then you can see that people that were like, well, my baby didn't like it, so I give it 1 star. I need reviews on the product itself, like not whether or not someone's baby loved it, because every baby's different, but the actual quality of the product itself, because we're looking for something that's going to be, we need its footprint to be small, as it's going in the RV. And the measurements of the Mamaroo are really fantastic, and we were going to be bringing the bigger swing here. And that way we'd have something here for him as well as something at home. That's what we were looking to do. And guys, I have to go use the ladies' room because I am menstruating and I need to use the ladies' room. Be right back. woman sometimes. Yeah, halfway of the day. Can't even see it. Anyway, ow, I hate being female some days. Oh. These are like the worst. For me anyway, because it's like that first day is really bad. So first and second day I should say, because by tomorrow it'll just be gone. But it's annoying. So I have seriously bad cramps and I feel like absolute yuck. My poor baby girl. I feel bad because I know that she's just miserable right now. She's even got the miserable face on right now while sleeping. She just does not feel good. So I know she's just really, really uncomfortable. So, which makes me sad because I know it's like frustrating when you don't feel good. I really wish I could figure out what that other taste is inside of this. I know what it is. It's orange poppy tea. It's orange poppy tea. I can taste it. The only reason why I know that is because I have orange poppy tea at home and I'm like, I know this taste. What is this taste? It's milk tea, but made with orange poppy tea. That's why. Oh, lovey. You want to use my sweater for a pillow? Don't scratch at your neck, love. Her eczema is super bad recently. The past couple of days, like she's got like 2 really bad eczema breakouts. You okay? You want this out of the way? You've only been asleep for like 30 minutes.
Blech.
Nice. Are you that uncomfy, baby? You can't even get comfortable to go to sleep, huh? Well, this is the time when you start getting your application open and start timing any contractions you have. I mean, like if you're having contractions. I don't know if you're having contractions or if you're just uncomfortable. Just uncomfortable? Okay. So, no contractions, just random Braxton Hicks here and there. So just plain discomfort is the problem right now. But I figured it out. It's orange poppy tea that they use to make their milk tea. I was like, it's good, but I can't figure out. I was like, I can't figure out what's the flavor. That's it. Yeah. Did you want to use one of my new ones that I just got? Works pretty good. Like, I'm shocked. Sorry, but TMI for a minute, guys, but I will probably never go back to the other style pads. These ones right here, the way that these are made, are specifically made to, like, hold the liquids, the fluids. And I'm like, holy cow.
That's why I prefer the Always diapers over the ones that I have.
Yeah, these are, like I said, TMI discussion, because I'm having a discussion with my daughter. But, like, I will never go back to another. I won't ever go to the generic ones again. I've got one last pack of them at the house, of the generic ones that I will use, but never go back to them again. I will spend the extra money to have ones that contain things, so to speak. So. Excuse me. So yeah, guys. we shall see what the doc says on Wednesday. Wednesday will be like the determining factor of where we're headed, because he'll check her on Wednesday, and like he said, it'll be each week. So each week she'll have an appointment, and each week he'll check her. So he'll check her this Wednesday, and however things are looking, and then he'll check her again at 37 weeks. Have you had orange pico tea with? Yeah, I have. And that's what I mean, not poppy tea, but pico tea. That's what this is. This is orange pico tea with milk. It's with a milk in it, so it's a milk tea. Did you pee? Did you pee by accident?
It just really bothers me. Like, it's
Go in the bathroom. Go check. Oh, I keep forgetting. She's got to be able to get past this chair. Yeah, so that's what she's checking right now, because she's, fluids happen when you're pregnant, especially this late. So it's a matter of like, wait, is this just regular fluids that are happening, or is this amniotic fluid that's happening? Because he did not check her this week, because like he said, he doesn't even start checking cervix checks until 36 weeks. So we'll see what happens. Oh, I have such bad cramps right now. Like, I can't even explain it. Oh, and I was supposed to call them today, so I'll have to get off here in a few minutes, because I got to call the storage place, and see about relocating our stuff out to the valley. Because if we can locate it, like change our storage unit to the valley, we can move all of our stuff literally 10 minutes up the road from where we're at. And that will make it so much easier to deal with our storage unit, and being able to like I want to get it cleared out. Like, I want to clear out a bunch of stuff. So it would make it way easier to deal with if I could get in there. The other thing that I'm thinking of doing, you guys, this is going to sound super stupid or crazy or whatever, but seeing as I have that upper bunk, right? And I am so tiny, not even joking. It's like a bedroom up there for me. I'm thinking about going and getting my bamboo mattress from storage and putting it up there. The only problem with the bamboo mattress is I won't be able to sit up there, because my mattress that's up there right now is only this thick. It's just this small thin slab of cushion. The bamboo mattress is like this thick, so I would be tripling how tall the mattress is for me up there. So I wouldn't be able to sit up. I'd have to like hunch over. Not a problem for me. However, it's one of those situations where like lesser of two evils kind of thing, because the bamboo mattress and me get along fantastic. I love that mattress. It's extremely comfortable, and I would not be in so much discomfort as I am with the mattress thing, that slab that I've been sleeping on. It is so stiff, and then because it's two pieces, because when you push the bunk in, it's supposed to allow the thing to stack on top of each other, and which leaves this gap in there. And that gap is exactly where I keep ending up in the middle of the night, where if I roll over or whatnot, I end up in that gap, and it is absolutely annoying. So I think I might just go and pick up that twin bed, and take and stack the mattress thing over to the one side and put the twin bed in that place. Yeah, they do love their bamboo. So, but yeah, this mattress is a bamboo mattress, and it is, it's an amazing mattress. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. This thing is like the best mattress ever. And now I'm like, I want to go buy sheets that fit a twin, a deep pocketed set for a twin, versus what my bed that I'm in now is like, the setup up there fits queen sheets, but I don't really need all that. Like, it's so big up there, and I literally only use a half of it for laying down on, and I don't need to be using all that space strictly for a bed, and so it's kind of annoying in a way. And then there's a spot we got to figure out where water's coming in at, and I don't know. So it's just this one little corner. Hey, baby.
It's not just shark and it's not key, so I don't know if
You might be.
punctured it or.
Well, he won't puncture anything.
Well, I
It'll
don't know
just
if
either.
if he,
Well, you might. It might have just torn a little bit or whatnot, but there's no way to know until you go into actual labor. So the only way to watch is to check for contractions. If you start having contractions, well, then your water broke.
it's just like it's continuously leaking like discharge or something.
Well,
And it
just
didn't smell like anything. And
which has
my
been like that for
toilet
2
doesn't
days,
have
but
a smell to it, so
I don't know. Well, I guess we just wait, and if you have contractions, start timing them. Everybody's seeing your your.
I don't care. If y'all are offended by nipples, then you need to grow up.
She's uncomfortable and she's pregnant, so she's like, she took the bra off. She said, "Get this thing out of here." Yeah, water all over your shirt.
I don't care.
Look at this. Look at this belly. Look at how round this thing is. Like, literally, you guys. This is all baby. That's all him. Like, look how tight this tummy is. That's all him. So, look at this baby. Hi, baby. Hi, Mr. Carlisle. So you need to start timing if you have contractions so that we can keep track of it. And then that way I'd be able to give Tatum a heads up if you go into labor. As well as she's got to drink a bunch more water because we need to make sure that it's not. Well, I mean, if,
My pee is clear, like.
which is odd because your pee has not been clear in forever. Well, yesterday it was really cloudy.
Pee.
Yeah.
Because when I sat down, it all just kind
Mm-hmm.
of didn't push.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, you might be leaking. But you need to get your app open and start timing when you start having contractions. Because if you start having contractions, we need to know. Like, we as in her and I, not you guys. Because you want to time them because they're not going to think it's labor unless you're, you know.
Yeah, but if I'm leaking, I'm
That's okay. It happens. A lot of women will have their water break and they'll be at home for a good, especially first time round, usually about a good 4 or 5 hours before labor really kicks in. I know he did. I was gagging over here. By the way, Tonks has like a really toxic booty recently, you guys. I want the tea, but I don't want the thingies. There we go. That is so much like tapioca in the bottom of that. Huh?
Started to really leak when I had come out of there, and I was like in a lot of pain.
Mm-hmm.
But, like I was just
When you're having that pain, you need to like lean back and relax all your muscles and then feel if your uterus is tight. If you're having that those sharper pains and your uterus is all tight, that's a contraction. We need to count those, like from when you start to feel the start of because it should start off down below and usually will radiate upwards, around, and towards your back. You need to start timing it from when you first start feeling it start at the bottom before it starts to radiate, because that's the time of, yeah, then that's not a contraction. If they're super fast and only last seconds,
when they have like
that's usually a Braxton Hicks.
when the shit is like hurts and then it'll stay there for like a few seconds to maybe a minute and then
That's what I'm talking about. That's what a contraction is, honey. They can last between a minute and a contraction can last between a minute and a half. But it's a matter of when they start to get stronger and closer together. So that's why you got to time them.
ow.
So that's why I said you got to be able to know like when it's starting
Yeah, but
and
I've
when it's
never
finishing.
been in, like, full ass
Well, it's going to be the same feeling you had when we were doing the medication
when I
with.
was with Pip, I
Mhm.
didn't have multiple big contractions. I had very, very little shorts. of
I know,
contractions
but then it
going on.
happened over a few days, and that's why you didn't really notice it as much.
So I don't know. what
Right, that's why I said
really
it's going to feel
feels
like period cramps down below. It's going to start off there, and it's going to, as it grows over the top and you feel it reach the top, you need to start it when you first feel it down below, because that will determine how long the contraction lasts. From the minute you feel the first signs of like the little first pinches to when the pinching stops, so to speak. So when your uterus softens back up and the cramp goes away. So we need to get your app started and be ready to time these things. She hasn't had any like big contractions yet, you guys. It's just been on and off the past few days where it's just been like a random one here and there. But we got to really like watch these things. Oh, she's just puffing away on that cigarette. Get it, girl. She literally pulled it into her mouth and blew it right back out. What a waste. Not her, but waste of a product. The way I said that. Sorry. Hi there, hon. Yeah, which one? I know, but I need to know which one. You want the Largo? Red Largo or red good stuff? Is it Largo that you guys usually smoke?
Wow, I think that's what we got.
Okay. All right. Right? 1081. Absolutely, you're a fantastic lady. I know, right? She's a nurse and she's in all her scrubs. So she's wearing all her scrubs and she's got her badge on. And she smells like a ashtray. And the whole store smells like her right now. And she's gonna go in and take care of patients. She's heading in to go take care of patients. Do not turn around, because the lady that's in this passenger seat is the one that kept going, and she's staring straight in. I don't understand that. Why buy cigarettes if you're not even going to smoke said cigarette? So she's sitting in the truck next to the lady that's dressed as a nurse. The lady that dressed as a nurse, she's not the one smoking it, clearly, because she was like, I don't know, I guess it's that one. So she's buying it for the other person. She's like, I think that's the one that she gets. I mean, I think it's the red bag. I mean, like, we have like 4 different red bags, whichever. She's like, yeah, I guess it's that one. That 1005 one. I'm like, well, they're all 1005, but okay. Because if it's you that's smoking it, you know exactly which brand you want. Yeah, let's look at this. A slow trickle will usually be clear and odorless, but may sometimes contain traces of blood or mucus in the liquid. And it is unlikely to stop. So if it keeps leaking, like if it's continuously leaking from here forward, then it's amniotic. If it stops or slows down. I try to say slows down and stops at the same time. Didn't work out. Then it's just regular fluid. But what?
This here's an amniotic fluid leak test you can do at home. It says empty your bladder and put on a a panty liner or a sanitary pad. Wear the pad for half an hour or so, then examine any fluid that has leaked onto it. If it looks yellow, it's probably urine. If it looks clear, it's probably amniotic fluid.
Yeah, but why don't they ever
Probably.
mention? Why don't they mention the fact of? Sorry, guys. Like I said, TMI. Why don't they mention vaginal discharge? Because that also gets thin and and more excessive as you get closer to delivery. So, like, yo, we're just talking about baby stuff here and female bodies. So, genetic female bodies and what they do when it's carrying a human. When you are someone who can carry a human inside of you, so genetically carry a human in you because you have a uterus. So if your uterus is containing a human, these are some of the information things you need to know. And it's like, if it's this color, it's this, and if it's this color, then it is this. But they're forgetting that there's a third element to the female body. Is his back to your back?
I don't know.
Well, you should be able to feel what position he's in. If there's no solid front, is your uterus tight? Lay back and like release your abdominal muscles. Okay. No contraction right now. It's nice and squishy. But where is he at? His back is to your back. As usual, he's sunny side up again. He loves sunny side. You know why? It's because your placenta is to the front. Whoa. And because you have what they call a anterior placenta, he puts his back to you because that way he's facing his umbilical cord.
I can't feel what my back is in.
Lower back or upper back?
All of it.
Okay, then when it's in your when it's back labor, it's going to be in your very lower back, right above what you would consider your butt cheeks area. Only reason why I know that is because I had back labor with Taylor, because Taylor decided to stay sunny side up through most of my labor before finally churning over to come out the right way. And I can tell you right now, back labor is like, because I had regular, like, just Sarah was in the proper position, ready to be born, 4 hours labor, she was out. Very easy labor to go through. I mean, painful, yes. Much easier, yes. My labor with Taylor was extremely painful, like extreme, because it wasn't just in my abdomen and like a little in my back, it was my whole lower back, and it would start there. And it would just radiate, come all the way around the front, and then it would just like stay like in my rib cage, in my stomach area, and in my back. And it was like from like my bra line down to my butt cheeks. And it was just constant in my back. And it was 37 hours total of that before he finally came out. Whereas I had Sarah in 4. And no medication with her. I ended up with an epidural after, I think it was 28, 29 hours of labor with Taylor before they finally gave me medicine. Was that him? Did he just, or was that him like making a noise through his, what the heck kind of noise was that? He said, What dog does that? I think he's part husky with the way he yammers. What?
Because this may seem obvious, but it is pretty easy to tell by smelling whether or not the fluid in question is urine will have an ammonia smell, whereas any other fluid may be odorless or have a sweet or earthy odor.
But type in there how to.
Discharge will probably be odorless, but even if it has an odor, it won't smell like urine, which is why it's not good. But my
Right, but here's the kicker. Your regular fluids versus your amniotic fluids could smell exactly the same way. So like, how are you supposed to tell the difference between amniotic fluid and regular that fluid? See, if you're having any contractions like that, or if he's moving, you should feel gushes each time. If your water broke, right, you should feel it go each time you have a contraction.
Like, it's literally just like.
But are you having a contraction?
It's not contraction, but it's pain. Like,
Yeah, it'll do. He's all.
see, it gets hard, and then.
That's what I'm saying. That's a contraction, love. that's what I'm saying. You need to time those. When that tightening happens, we need to know how long it's happening for and how many minutes between.
Silent labor.
Hey, if she can have a pain-free labor, so to speak, and go to the hospital and all of a sudden she's 5 centimeters dilated.
I've read things about silent
Mhm.
labors, and they literally, you can have contractions and
Not know. But you know because you're already in so much pain that your every contraction's going to hurt because of the pressure on your pelvis.
Guys.
Ask that stupid thing. How can you tell if it's
You can expect when labor is 24 to 48 hours away. Water breaking, losing your mucus plug, weight loss. Yeah, so I'm gonna lose weight.
and you're going to know it. You're going to know it before.
Extreme nesting, lower back pain, real contractions, cervical dilation, loosening of joints. My joints have been loosening since I was like 18 months.
No shit, right?
Can you be in labor without knowing?
Yeah, that's what we want to
It
know.
says it's very unlikely that you will suddenly go into labor without warning. Your body will let you know that you're close to the big day, so you can make sure your household bag is packed and be
Okay,
ready
we
for
are
the
already
last
packed, by the
minutes.
way, you guys. Just to FYI. He is having a full-on hissy conversation to himself over there. Is it tightening right now? That's because that's him. If it's tight only right at the top, that's because he's pushing his butt up there.
And contrary, dude, who the
Yeah, who typed this?
popular read as silent or mostly silent birth is possible, even if you're not a Scientologist.
Huh?
I've seen patients who are able to handle their labors very well and have a very peaceful, peace and placid environment throughout their labor and delivery. That's not what I asked.
They're talking about placid and being a quiet.
Oh my god, Tom Suki, stop.
Yeah, no doubt. Now he's licking. Tonkers, quit. No.
Yeah, what you paying this contractions from? These are contractions for vaccine actions or false labor. Now your body's way of rehearsing for birth.
Uh-huh.
Think of them as a kind of warm-up for true labor. Document contractions for the tightening of your abdomen. Something like a setup. They're usually mild and painless.
No. When you're already in excruciating pain from all the shifting of your pelvis coming apart.
Contracting release muscles pull on the cervix and help to open up and put pressure on the baby, helping the baby move downward. Pressure from the baby's head against the cervix during contracting also helps to thin and open the cervix.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't stick the tips of your fingers into your cervix. I don't know how my cervix is.
You'll know it's there when you feel it. Are you having it one? Like that's what you're supposed to be watching for. If everything else is soft, then it's not a contraction. Huh?
It's hard now.
The whole thing? Then that's a contraction. That's what you're supposed to be timing. And you breathe nice and deep through them, and that'll kind of give it oxygen and whatnot. Here comes somebody else. Hold on, guys. Hi there. Pick your pin. All right, and what it is. Pick one for 1071. Pick one.
The cheap one with that.
Huh?
The
a day, right? It's all first my water, then my phone. He left his phone on the counter that time. I had to chase him last time and give him his water. And by the way, if your water did break every time that was going on, you would be soaking wet by this point.
Doors open.
Oh, good lord. Here comes another person. Be right back.
Honks.
Should have go back for her ID. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here because we're going to try to figure out what's happening with Sarah. All right. Bye.